wonderful family. This is the Eland couple. Alongside me is Miss Eland, and this is Papa Eland.
Hello guys, how are you? As you see, this is festival, guys. I'm representing you with this Christmas festival thing.
Christmas time is just around the corner, guys. Yes. As you can see, women, they like, celebrating Christmas a lot. As for us men, I don't know,
Okay, guys, as you see, yes, the days are almost gone. We don't have days, guys. The days are almost quarter to.
Yes, quarter to Christmas. Okay, guys, so today we don't want to speak quite a lot. We just want to talk about something that has touched my heart, that has made me emotional, something that I've been speaking about for quite a long time, that I believe Zimbabweans we can do when we are developing the rural areas. I saw a video of a guy, I'm not sure where he is, but he started the production of honey. Actually, he's doing, I don't know when he started, I just came across that video. Okay, I want you to watch that video, guys. Watch that video of a guy, then you talk after the video.
Hey, yes, father and son. Michael and his son Walter, our first beekeepers here in Zimbabwe. And we've just stopped on the side of the road, saw the sign, honey shop. And a beekeeper can't not stop at a honey shop.
Yes,
and,
excellent.
We just learned that Michael's got lots of experience, been beekeeping in Australia.
Yes, in Australia,
the Netherlands,
in France, and part of Germany. Stayed in Germany, in Stuttgart.
Look at that,
yes.
eh?
And in Ireland, I attended in Upmundia in Ireland.
Brilliant.
That was 2003, if I'm not mistaken.
Brilliant.
I stayed there. I met a lot of beekeepers.
Brilliant.
Did a lot of field work.
Fantastic.
Yes. But my first training was in Kenya.
Yeah.
In Baraka Educational College in Molo.
And that's why Michael farms with the Kenyan top bar hive, yes, and farms with 800 hives here. Not in the best area of Zimbabwe for honey production, but he's still doing 4 or 5 tons a year from his top bar hives. And I've just got myself a bottle of very good looking multiflora honey. So, I'm going to invite Michael and his son to come visit us in South Africa. And, we'll see where this relationship and journey goes.
Okay, guys, there are a lot of opportunities outside there, especially in your motherland, because we are citizens of Zimbabweans. So we've got everything. If we want to start anything, it's doable. And it is, and there's no limits, there's no more term, because you are in your country. That is the advantage of you being in your country.
Okay, guys, you have watched that video. That's just a wow, guys. Have you seen how this guy is doing it? He's making honey, and he opened a shop in the rural areas. I think I read like it was in Neshuro. He's doing it big, guys. And look at that one person. He came to support that man. You see what happens, like most of the people in Diaspora, we do have quite a lot to offer. We do have quite a lot that we can start. We can open shops. We can do production in certain ways. Then we can make money. But we decide to remain in Diaspora, trying to make those the ends meet, the little money that we can make, without knowing that we can go back home and start something big like what is done. Then if you start something, the market will surely follow you. When the market follows you, it will locate you. Then it starts spreading around the world. You can export. Well, this guy said he's going to go back to South Africa. He's going to introduce the business to South Africa. Probably this guy has never been to South Africa, But now he's going to make a lot of money better than the people who are residing in South Africa while he's doing the production of honey back home. This is what I was talking about. Industrializing your rural area. Put your rural on the map. Because if I don't create a business or start something back home, who's going to do that? That means you, the person who's watching me right now, who's watching us, you got the responsibility to put your rural on the map. It's not about towns. It's not about whatever. It's where the land is. It's where the land is where you can start a business. This guy has motivated me so much. And to those who have watched the video that I put the video clip, tell me if you have been motivated. Tell me what is in your mind. What's changed in your mind? Tell me what you think.
And also in beef farming, because honey is now more on doing things. Because
You look beautiful in this Christmas thing. She's looking awesome. Okay.
because kudhara taingozva ngoti huchi, we just eat huchi. Tisingatombozivi kutoti huchi unotogadzira makeki pasina huchi, pane makeki anotoda kutoiswa huchi. Huchi unotobetsera pachikosoro, unogadzirwa wotoita mushonga wechikosoro. Huchi unotonaka kungodya makatodaro muchitoita zvinhu zvenyu. Huchi unonakisa skin, huchi unogadzira sipo, huchi unogadzira mafuta. Anything you think which can't do, which can do. So to those who want to be in beef farming, guys, this is large. If you start today, in 2 to 3 years, you auchashedze minister rako. Nenga wakushanda nechistiki uchimhosa vanhu, uchibaya vanhu then nechistiki, because unonga wachandisa the right channel panguva yakanaka yoyo. You use the right opportunity on the right time.
So in other words, guys, are trying to put across that farming is a lucrative business if you know how to tap that market, if you know how to channel it to the right direction, if you know how to market it, if you know how to speak to the right people, you can make it. Like we have spoken about Carlos Smith. This guy is up and about. He's doing farming, he's doing pigs, he's doing quite a lot of things. And he opened his butcheries to sustain his farming so that his product can be sold in his, in his shops, in his butchery. It's like he has already made a chain of production from the farm to the shop. It's just an easy thing. Just like you do have like a place at your own house. In your rural areas, there is a land. Then you can build something like probably for the pigs, for the chickens. Then you start rearing those stuff. Then you start selling around. You go to the nearest growth point, then you start selling there. Or maybe you rent a shop, then you open your butchery. It's just a simple thing, guys. We don't need to limit our thinking. We can expand big. You see, people, you tend to ask yourself, well, how are the white people doing it? Why can't we, the black people? Why can't we make it? Because as for us, Zimbabwe, I know that we are educated, 100%. But we cannot just be educated on the books. We have to put it to practice. We have to put it to practice, guys. We have to show what we can do. Because if you can see most of the people who are doing like production at this moment, who are making it in business, are the people who did not finish even Form 4. Some of them are grade 7s. And they're hiring the graduates. Where are the graduates? Graduates are busy looking for jobs in other countries. It pains me, guys. It's not to buy a pamoyo, to be honest. I'm one of the graduates, guys. I'm here in South Africa. I'm looking for jobs, and the people that I've been working for are not even graduates. Are not even graduates. They are people with the right mind, or the people with the hunger to start something. This is so painful, guys. And if you can find out about this guy who started the honey, you might be surprised his education level might be lower than what you have. But soon he will be employing you, who's a graduate. Where are you? Were we taught to work for an employer? Or maybe we should have researched more on how we can start businesses. But I want to give thumbs up to those guys who are graduates who have opened their businesses, because we are the people who have to change the situation. But at this moment, it seems like we are the lazy people.
So, are you interested in doing grand farming?
Okay, I've been talking to my wife before. The time we were planning, the time we got our 3 hectares back in Berengwa. Then we were down there in Berengwa. I don't know if we still have those video clips, but if we have, then I'm gonna take them here. I'm gonna put them here. So we were just doing some measuring, farm. Then there was a certain place in meeting and flowers and stuff like that. Then I told my wife, this is the place where I want to put my beehives. I want to put beehives. While on the other side, we are doing like probably chicken rearing, goat farming, on the general farming of anything, So I told her, this is the place where I want to do my honeys. And I had that kind of imagination, that kind of a vision. I have to produce honey, then I have to pack it in bottles, and label my name. Then I have to sell it, and I have to export it. You see. But now we can say we're looking for capital. We can say we're looking for money. We'll never get that money that we're looking for. The main important thing is to start, is to be on the ground and start with the little that you have so that you can grow. Because you can spend decades and decades looking for capital that does not come. Until you get old, then you're giving up on the idea. Not all the people who have a lot of money start something. They come with the idea.
Okay, I think in farming, before we said we are lazy, we are not researching, if you don't have water, you are not a farmer. Because everything is, even bee needs water, because where do you get flowers if you don't have water?
Yes, that's
you
true.
need to watering these things so that they can produce, so that the bees can get something to eat so that they can produce. And so, on my capacity, I think water is the way to go, because if you have got water nearby, if you like us in Buyera, we have got rivers. So it's easier to have water. In other places, like if you want to drill a bore, we need that thing needs a lot of money. We need capital. So that capital is not a one-day thing. You wake up today and say they've got, like these days is 1,200 US to drill a bore. So it means you need your planning skills. You need to, because if you don't have water, you can say I'm hungry to do things, but when you go back to Zimbabwe without water, what are you going to do? You're going to stuck. Because if you have water, I see someone who is doing vegetable farming, cover farming, songa farming. That guy are not on $500 per week. Because animal. Because when we're talking about farming, we're not talking about we are talking about mega things. Must have millions of IVC. You must have more BFC than you can tell people now you need to export. You can't export 5 BFs because in Zimbabwe there is lack of honey. So if you want to export, you must have large quantities, because vana Carlos avaiti huku 5 what let's export. My big farmers, they are not doing 5 things they said we need to export. And the secret of farming is water, guys. Let's all together do my group so that we can start from even one bowl. We can start.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Don't you think, like, if we talk of the bigger mega lands, water, yes, I know water is a prerequisite, it's needed, if we have to talk of the colors, having a big land, starting like that, will be discouraging those other small farmers who does have little money but who want to start. Because my belief is like, when you want to start something.
What is your question?
Okay, that's what don't you think we are discouraging those little farmers who are starting, who are aspiring to start something?
I am not discouraging because I said we need more. If I said we need mega means more.
Yeah. Mega is like a bigger.
Yes. So kana iye Carlos uyana ma hectares. Maybe unoshandisa 1 hectare.
Yes.
Because 1 hectare is big. Kana usina zvokuzvishandisa aupedzi 1 hectare.
Yeah, thank you for
that. 1 hectare ipapa pano topinda millions of broilers.
That's true.
Saka it's not about, I'm not talking about 10 tons of I'm talking about zvinhu zvacho zvinobuda even pa half hectare panobuda mbudzi svinhu dzakawanda. Chandiri kungota ndechekuti ngatisaita izvinhu tu.
Yes.
Kuti unoda kuexporta zvinhu tu ndazvongotengesera vanhu vari muma next doors ako.
Yeah,
they will support you there.
to those who have a small lanes, you know, I think you got it clear now. That is not all about whatever, but it's all about starting with what you have. In 1 hectare, do your best, and always make sure that when you produce something, you always have to make sure that the market have your product.
And I don't think in farming there is what we call small land. Even per 200 square meter when they are making money.
Yes.
Through farming, what so if you have got a hectare, you don't have a small land. Because you can't manage to feed that 1 hectare.
Yeah, that's
right. In a product. Product pano payadi pano chete. Tinotokoniwa kutochengeta ukudzire panochedze feeder chikafu because pakatokura pakatodaro. Saka inini my motto is let's have water. Then avo vane nzvimbo dzisiri especially because kana uri padhuze nerwizi you just go and buy chipipe chacho inodhonza mvura kurwizi ichitoitisa production. But kune avo vakaita sekunana muberengwa never see rwizi there runofamba mvura. So it means those people they need capital yekuenda kunodhirisa mvura to have water. As long as you start with 1 bowl, you are ready to go because for 1 bowl you can make my tomatoes. Can start with tomatoes, I'm not talking about 15 lines of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because mvura wanayo, simba wanaro. What do you need? You need to kutoshanda because that is what you have. Rafane pama content creation up. If you are not posting every day, you get 0 subscribers. You get 0 views. If you say once per month for 1 video, no. Everything need to be working very hard. Even Chitachi. Let's dream big because if you are talking about exporting, vanakalosa vaipane kuhwani vati voswera uchinyorera kuti we need to export. Zvafane mamwe maprojects aya vakadzi ari kuitiwayo vanoti you must have kana we need kuya tichitora mazai ehuku mazai $200 every week. So pa mazai ano unotengesa $200 every week. How many chickens do you have?
It's quite a lot.
So that is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so guys, I think you have heard it. So the issue is like you have to start no matter what with what you have. Even though you might start small with a little, but always aspire to grow bigger. Don't just start like you're starting with 50 chicken, then you remain with 50 chicken for the whole, decade, or maybe for 2 years you're still doing 50 chickens. When you start with 50 chickens, make sure that next time you grow to 100, next time you grow to 150, next time you grow to whatever, until you get to 1,000, so that you can supply the whole country. It has to be like that, but it's a competition. So in other words, what I'm trying to say about, relating to this topic is like, guys, let's try to put our rural areas on the map. Let's try to industrialize our place. Let's try to do what we can. Let's not depend on looking for jobs, only doing what other people are doing, like every day, probably want to take some beer and stuff like that. Let's try to create something that we know that we're going to create employment for our people in the rural or people in the towns in BCD as well. Because life in the rural, Nakidza guys, when somebody is having a business there and is making money. Without money in the rural areas, hakuna kids, you won't be happy at all. That's where you end up going to towns, then you're just doing those little crazy jobs just to get money. But if you're in the rural and you are making big money, you never think of town. Town, you just go for shopping. You never think of diaspora. Diaspora, you just go on vacation with your family, So to the people here in South Africa, to the people in diaspora, I challenge you today, guys. As I've seen the guy who's making like a honey, it's something that you can start as an exit plan to go back home. You can start like, yes, bees does not require quite a lot. Yes, it needs water. You can do like probably clothing, you can do that, then you can start selling, or you can start selling to the markets. You can do almonds. And you can do macadamia.
There's the other what to call garlic farming. Garlic farming is something big, guys. And before I say garlic farming, I'm always have this request. Kana chero chitengesa bhero, famba nemwana wako.
Yes.
Especially when I talk about 3 years, 4 years. Use the kuenda kunohoda bhero rako. mwana ngaazive paitorwa chini, mwana ngaazive kuti product inobva apa ndichena unotengesa bhero rangu ndakamira pana 4th. Mwana ngaazive kuti kunotengesewa kunotengwa nhiyo dzokutanga project yemabrela ndekupi. Famba nemwana uchimuudza kuti now we are going to go and buy our chicks here. Udza mwana, empower mwana. One day unomuka wakafamu akuna muzimba anoudza munhu information. Zvinhu zvinogona zvitotorwa paseri pembapo, but mwana unoudza kuti ndiri kutoti zviri kubva kuJoburg. But iwe as parents tatene vana vana 14 years 15 years but tinongomuka tingori one wakangoenda wega ngonoudha masai. Let's stop this thing. Ngatiti zvatiri kuita apashaipi mwana, vana vachazosara vachizosvida kana tafa, vana vachazosvida kana ivo vakura information hatina. Anything can happen to us tosiya vana vasina information. Please, mwana akangova 10 years akutoziva memory yake haifi yakasiya zvinhu zvaiitika because memory yake haikanganwi. Izvozvo zvinhu zvatanga tine 10 years we know kuti tairamba kusuka ndiro, memory ichiringoziva izvozvo. Saka let's empower our kids. Vana baba vekumarabho pambai nevakomana kuti munonoka door to door, they need to know kuti
you need to know marketing skills. Yes,
kuti you need to go kunonoka pavanhu. They need famba navo especially weekends. Kana maona marara muzo kuti ndanonoka payadha kutaura nemurungu. They need to have let's empower our kids because we are doing it for ourselves, but pane vana vari kusara ava isusu tiri kuvaisa kure. Okay, let's go back to garlic farming. Garlic farming ndo imwe futi inoda mvura. And hanzi garlic farming inoda mupfudze. So before you do garlic farming unofanira kugara wakatenga mupfudze yako, mirakwana yako, because hanzi haishandi nema fertilizers. Or maybe
you can unogadzira, you can do your own manure.
Yes, but the easy way kana uchizvitira kumaruzevha ukwanisa kungotenga matanga anenge akasara and manure inenge yakangozara mumakomo ukangobhadhara vanhu to go and bring everything by background. But the most important hanzi inoda mvura. Mvura tinongoramba tichitaura kuti anything we want to do is water. Water is the king. Saka mvura ukangosvika pauri kuda unoitira chinhu chero usina kuvaka imba unotenga marata ako opfirira wogara, kana tende. Kune matende anotengwa kawogara mutende. Mvura ingori apa. Mvura ikangovapo iwe watovapo unewo. Saka mvura ndo inoita kuti every project ive mberi. And also chese chawada kuita, let's pray for it. Let's ask God kuti is this the right thing. Kana watoona umwe watoti is the right thing, chipusha more, usaita usimbe. Zvafana isusu patakatenga content ka takamungoisa one video nobva taenda vanhu vakazotinyorera kuti naimi zvamuri kutopisa kuFacebook, kuYouTube, you are the first person ungotsveta one video nekutotrenda kudaro. Nobva tadzoka zvinobva takukanda rimwe 1 week after tamboisa riya. Vanhu vakati aiwa mufu wakuita everyday is the same as farming. Kana watotanga usamboiti unoita huku imwe umboenda, vanhu vanokanganwa, makastoma anokanganwa. Tanga huku master chinja kuti uchibva kuno kuSouth Africa severa mari yekuti vhiki inotanga nehuku 25, next week unotora rimwe bhechi rehuku 50, next week unotora rimwe rehuku 100, next week unotora rimwe re150. Mukasevha mari dzako wakadaro utosumuka uenda kumba. Mvura yako kana you can start going chera both umbrella sometimes and you can use bara kundochera mvura kumaruzevha. But the most thing is have capital yehuku because vainzi pahuku ingani 100 dzinoda pamwe dzinoda kana $300 nechikafu zvese kusvika watengesa paino. Saka iwo wakuziva kuti huku 25 dzinoda ngani, huku 50 dzinoda ngani, kusvika which means pamwe unoda kana $500 yakangomirira ungosvika unoita mabrellas ako but womaita into batches. Zvinotanga zvichiita senge kuna maclients unositoguma watobata nzvimbo kutoti yezvo wakutoziva vanhu vako. Market yanzi kuZimbabwe yakazara zvekuita ukangoonera chete. Kune vamwe vanokwanisa kuenda kubuyera kunotengeswa mbudzi, kune mamarket kubuyera kunana mutusina start those who you can go and start kunotenga zvimbudzi ikoko because uko hakuna uswa but kunoita mbudzi. Saka ikoko vanotengesa stereke mbudzi, you go and start there undotanga nembudzi dzako dzakachipa pamwe $15 kana $20 wotonotuta mbudzi dzako 10-15 wotouya wototanga project yembudzi yako apo uchitoita mabrellas ako. Saka zvekuita kuZimbabwe zvakawanda ende mbudzi hanziko zvinosvika pane kwadzinotengeswa muHarare kwadzinototengwa negood market. Saka usabirwa nemakoronyera everywhere. Research
a market yako before you do anything, guys. Market is very important. All right, guys. There's another thing, that I think some people can make business in the rural areas. Because I was looking at it at this moment. As you can see this, because matombo, I know that you can find them in the rivers. In the rivers, if you are close to any river, then you can cut them in half, nicely. Then you can find glue. Then you can find this other thing. I don't know what they use. They normally use it in construction and stuff like that. This net here. Then you can glue. Then you put a plastic here. You can glue it and make it nice like this. Then you can make as many as you can. Then you can pick them like tiles. These are normally used probably in toilets, bathrooms, or maybe some other people might use them outside, just to, when they're doing landscaping. So if you can make something like this, because I know in the rural area there are so many stones like this, you can start your production there and supply in towns, supply in hardwares, then you can make money. This is an easy thing. Just gather your stones. You see, anything chilipa, Jimbo Yauri can make you money, but you just have to use your mindset. For this person in South Africa, I don't know who did this, came with an idea, and I believe he or she's making quite a lot of money because most people are buying this. So this is another idea. Just use whatever resource that you have around you to make money. Then at least you're going to see yourself growing in years, and you can end up exporting things and supplying bigger markets. You see, guys, simple thing. Just a stone. Like my tomba maruizi, anwanwa maruizi. You can find this as much as you can. You see.
And ariko ftima pane design imbe like perfect place richechakade.
Yeah.
Mama stones kaya.
Yeah.
And pane rimwe futi jura ndakaona kuti uchipa entrance kupinda mu yard yemu. I think you can cut that clip so that you can show people kuti design yakatoitirwa papo pakatoiswa mafence to kudai. Vodira matombo mukati. So it's the type of these stones kumaruzeva ukapinda kumaruzeva. As we are saying,
you can find these stones, yeah.
Yes, you can make money because
I am a tombano angonaka so one arimuruizi kachingotsvedzera. I believe mama wana matombacho, guys, but I'm gonna look for a picture, image, say.
Maybe you just need a repaint or panel, but a lot of them for Zimbabwe are not traded.
So, guys, there is a lot that you can do. I say the sky is the limit. Yes, I know that we have barricaded ourselves in Diaspora. We have found the comfort zone in Diaspora, and we've said this is our place. This is our place. But what we don't know is like we are actually delaying our success by residing in Diaspora for long. Because most of the people who have come to South Africa going to Diaspora have learned a lot, something they can go and impart back home, something they can go and start something in Zimbabwe where their mind is already advanced. So why do we have to stay in Diaspora when we can start something back home and make money? I'm also questioning myself. Why am I here at this moment? Yes, I might be looking for capital. I don't know when am I going to get that capital. But my wish is to go back home and start something. So, I don't know about you. Comment in the comment section. Unless if you have something to say.
Now we don't have something to say. We said thank you for subscribing, liking, and share.
See you next time, guys. Comment in the comment section, guys. Whatever that you want us to talk about, we can do it for you. Just say anything that you want us to talk about. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Always, guys. Let's grow together.